Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger. He represents the 16th District of Illinois. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We're starting to hear rumblings of people in the GOP establishment actually starting to get behind Donald Trump. Are you one of them?
No, I'm not there. I think you're going to see people do that. I mean, naturally, as he's winning, people are saying, well, look, he's more than likely going to be the Republican nominee. We need to unite. For me personally, it's a very personal decision. You know, I'm not trying to sound too altruistic, but I put my country above my party. And so I have to evaluate based on what does he say. And some of the things I've heard that have come from Donald Trump frighten me when it comes to international policy, when it comes to just his tone. I mean, you know, when in essence making fun of Carly Fiorina falling off a stage, it's really not elevating the job of the presidency. So it'll be a decision. I'm not a never Trump guy, but he really needs to change his tone if I'm ever going to be able to support him.
So if he wins Indiana and gets enough delegates and he's the guy, what does the Republican Party do? Do they get behind Donald Trump like the voters have?
Yeah, I think they will. I mean, I think if he gets to 1237, he will have won the primary. You'll see the Republican Party back him. You know, the Republican Party's job is to back who the nominee is. They will. But, you know, if it goes to contested, which looks much less likely now, then that's where the delegates actually make a decision.
But are you saying, since you vote for yourself, if Donald Trump is the guy, there's a chance you might not vote Republican?
Well, there's a chance I may not vote, or I may write somebody in. I'm not going to vote for Hillary Clinton, but, you know, look, I take my vote very seriously. And when I hear a guy that says NATO's unimportant, and he talks about, in essence, giving the Middle East to Vladimir Putin, and he says Putin's not a really bad guy at the end of the day, and he says he's going to eliminate the federal debt without having basically a conversation about what needs to be done to do it, I see a man, in my opinion, that is basically exploiting people's fears but not giving them a solution on the way out. And leadership's about showing solutions.
So in the last election or two, the Republican Party came out and said, we really need to reach out to Hispanics, we need to do this and we need to do that. I don't know if they've done any of those things. And now you've got Trump saying exactly what you were saying. What does this mean for the GOP brand going into the future? How do you change it?
It's worrisome. There are a lot of us that have tried to make inroads into the Hispanic community and to folks that don't necessarily traditionally vote Republican. You know, we all want border security. We all want, a lot of us want immigration reform that finally solves this problem once and for all. But it's the tone of Donald Trump that concerns me. I have a neighbor who's a Hispanic who votes Republican all the time that says his tone scares him and he can't vote for Donald Trump.
Go ahead.
You brought up the Middle East, and I wanted to get your thoughts on the instability in Iraq and how it impacts the fight against ISIS. We're seeing developments this week.
Yeah, well, look, it's very sad to see a soldier die there. It reminds us that even if our men and women are behind enemy lines, they're still in danger. Look, we're developing Iraqi capacity to take back Mosul. It's taken a lot longer than even I had hoped, but the hope is that we eventually get there. This is a problem that's not going to just burn itself out, unfortunately. It's going to spread. And I commend the president on what he's done. I think he needs to do more. But it's good, frankly, our moderate Muslim Arab partners in the Middle East that are going to help us do this. And when you make comments about banning them all from the country, it really doesn't help to build those coalitions.
I think when people hear that an American service member is being killed by ISIS in Iraq, they don't think that ISIS is in Iraq.
They are, yeah, they are. They tore down the border actually a couple of years ago as they moved into Fallujah. Now they have a city of 2 million in Mosul that I've been to, you know, in my capacity as a military pilot. We had done a lot of work to secure it. There's going to take a lot of action to take it back. But again, if we don't stop ISIS today, this spreads, as we've seen into Libya, as we've seen into Tunisia, and into Europe.
Can you stop it without more American soldiers, real forces on the ground?
You know, I hope so, but I think it may ultimately take some more. You know, it depends. Can we bring our moderate Arab allies in? A lot of them want us to take care of Assad, want to have a plan to take care of Assad. He incubates the problem of ISIS. When you don't have governance, these problems grow.
Representative Adam Kinzinger.